We'll begin shortly. Bear with me. It's been a difficult night. Sage in my room. Oh, grimy ass spirits. I think the Chupacabra was out to sabotage my live, so we brought up the Sage, because we don't fuck with the Chupacabra around these here parts. Around these here parts, them Chupacabra don't fly with the homies. Damn, it's hella bright. We don't even need this many candles anymore. Oh. What did you guys last hear me about Ryan Cropper? We back. Ain't no Chupacabra stopping this live. Ain't no Bigfoot, no aliens, no astral projectors. Because we're spiritual gangsters up in this bitch. We got the hand-picked Sage from the Montañas de California. What up? Yeah, I just went live with my phone instead of my camera, but... Alright, you guys. Wagwan. I need a bigger desk. And another Brukowski. Yeah, I make my own sage sticks. What up? They're white sage too, not the dark sage from the East Coast. The sage grows white out here in California. Have I had any psychedelic experiences? No, I have not had any psychedelic experiences because I don't do those things because those things are illegal. No, I don't do those things. How dare you even ask? But if I had done them, Cosmic Tribe, are you still going to talk about mushrooms on this channel considering what happened to Welcome Home? Absolutely not. Am I going to talk about those things? You kidding me? Playoffs? I wish I could. I mean, I could answer you guys' questions on them, but I got to be really careful with how I answer them. You know what I mean? This channel does not promote anything illegal, by the way. I do not condone it. The actions of the people watching this video are completely of their own volition, not influenced or suggested by Keith of ManofLetters by any means. And that's my disclosure for the video. What other questions do you have? I can sell them on Etsy, but the white sage... it doesn't grow as abundant as other things. Like the mugwort grows like a weed in the mountains up here, but the sage is hard to find, and I feel bad for cutting a lot of it. Like I feel bad for cutting down the sage, so I don't cut too much. I might sell them in the future, but I'm gonna charge a fortune for them, just because I feel bad for doing it. Maybe I'll use the money to buy sage plants and plant them every time I go up there, so that I'm giving as I take. Salavi, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Guys, I need to do like an open Q&A video. I always try to do these lives, and then it just turns into a giant Q&A, which I'm down for, but maybe I should just do Q&A videos. Bill Gorman, what's up, man? My date, and Daisy and Day are all going well. Thank you for asking. I don't want to stray too far off topic, Jake the Snake, but yes, I do. Seku, the sage, you could grow white sage. This kind of sage takes very specific growing conditions. That's why it doesn't grow very well. It needs to be blasted by the sun all day. It needs a full day of sun. Rocky, sandy, well-drained soil. You can grow them indoors, I'm sure. They're not gonna be as potent as the wild plants. Wild plants tend to be more potent in the wild than grown indoor. This is oregano, by the way. It's oregano. It's oregano, all right? Helps me sleep at night. Cool. We guys want to get cracking on this? Yeah, Salavi Studio, what she said. Give it a shot, though, man. Try to grow it. I would try to grow it indoors. Like, by all means, definitely try to grow that shit. Sorry, you guys. I know I'm not doing any reading yet, but it's just been one of those days, you know what I mean? It's just been one of those days. I gotta transfer everything to this side of my desk so I can put my computer over here so I can read for you guys. Oregano all day, every day. Get on that oregano life. It's good for the gut microflora. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Kim. Make it a party. All right. What up, chakras and chasers? Welcome to the squad. Okay, we're gonna read. Reading today from the book of Job. We're not reading from the book of Job. By any means are we reading from the book of Job. Just kidding. I go to the bathroom real quick. We'll read when I get back to the bed. What it do, squad? All right. Time for Emerald Tablets. Type go if you're ready. Damn, my sister's bumping some shit in the background. She's just bumping some grimy ass, ratchet ass shit right now. Okay. The keys of life and death. Not to be confused with that Biggie album from the 90s. Written by Toth, the Atlantean. My spiritual background is Man of Letters. Alright, you guys ready? Ooh, I'm gonna move my microphone closer for you guys, right? Yeah. I'll post the descriptive music right now. I just need to... I don't know if I can post it from here. Just type in Daduk meditation. Let me see if I can post it. I just gotta go through my computer real quick. Okay. So we begin. List ye, O man, and hear ye the wisdom. Hear ye the word that shall fill thee with life. Hear ye the word that shall banish the darkness. Hear ye the voice that shall banish the night. Mystery and wisdom have I brought to my children. Knowledge and power descended from old. Know ye not that all shall be opened when ye shall find the oneness of all? One shall ye be with the masters of mystery, conquerors of death and masters of life. Aye, Ye shall learn the flower of Amenti, the blossom of life that shines in the halls. In spirit shall ye reach that halls of Amenti, and bring back the wisdom that liveth in life. Know ye the gateway to power is secret. Know ye the gateway to life is through death. Aye, through death, but not as ye know death, but a death that is life, and is fire, and is light. Desireth thou to know the deep, hidden secrets? Look in thy heart where the knowledge is bound. Know that in thee the secret is hidden, the source of all life and the source of all death. List ye, O man, while I tell the secret, reveal unto thee the secret of old. Deep in the earth's heart lies the flower, the source of the spirit that binds all in its form. This is a hint at the flower of life, that geometric principle that kind of envelops everything, that holographic image that can be found in everything. Is what it means by it binds all in its form. Everything's contained within that golden ratio, some call it. Or know ye that the earth is in living a body, as thou art alive in thine own formed form. The flower of life is as thine own place of spirit, and streams through the earth, as thine flows through thy form, giving of life to the earth and its children, renewing the spirit from form unto form. This is the spirit that is form of thy body, shaping and molding into its form. Know ye, O man, that thy form is dual, balanced in polarity while formed in its form. Know that when fast on thee death approaches, it is only because thy balance is shaken. It is only because one pole has been lost. This is a pretty important paragraph. It kind of ties in the reason why some of these principles are so important, and I actually haven't seen it this clearly before. What the hell is going on right now? So I'm going to read that paragraph again. Know that the secret of life in Amenti is the secret of restoring the balance of poles. All that exists has form and is living because of the spirit of life in its poles. So this paragraph is a very clear demonstration of why polarity is so important to existence, right? Because if you followed the channel before, you know we talk a lot in depth about polarity and the necessity of polarity and the necessity of needing opposites, poles, balancing. It's all about balance. It's all we exist on that which defines us. Physicality is due to polarity. Physicality is due to polarity. Yes? I mean, physicality isn't a direct result of polarity. Polarity, I would say more so polarity is a direct result from physicality. Because all these things in existence, the physical world, are extensions of oneness, right? We are extensions of oneness, but as we have this illusion of oneness and this separation where we exist in this dream, very persistent dream, if you'll call it that, that's when these rules come into place. So when you go back to oneness, oneness is infinite. It's not bound by rules. It's not bound by polarity, by vibration. It's not energy. It's not spirit. It's not vibration. It's not anything that can be defined. It's undefinable because it is, so in this paragraph, know that the secret of life in Amenti is the secret of restoring the balance of poles. All that exists has form That's awfully annoying. There's just someone revving their engine outside my window. Man, I hate noises like that. Fucking hate noises like that. It's 9 o'clock at night on a Monday, and some person is just punching it in neutral about a stone's throw away from me. And I might throw a stone at him because that's how much I don't like loud noises. And he won't know where it came from. So I'm almost positive I can get away with it. I'll do it. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Don't tempt me. Where were we? We were talking about poles and polarity. Alan Watts says this a lot in one of my favorite lectures of his, that we exist on that which resists us. So the only thing is I'm not sure. He speaks in riddle, right? He speaks in code. He's not going to flat out. Sometimes he does, but he's not going to flat out say this is how you live forever. Why is he still out there revving his engine? Woo! Okay, I think he's done. It's Ryan Cropper. That was a good one. That was Ryan Cropper's out there in astral form, just revving an astral truck outside of my window right now, just fucking punching it out there. Oh man. That's hilarious. I wasn't bad mouthing him. I was just calling him out. Like, I don't want Ryan Cropper to be lying. Like you know what I mean? I definitely want it to be true. I'm just asking for a little proof. Like, come on, man. Spending hours of my precious time trying to figure out how to astral project from someone who won't even come tell me what's inside my drawer, which should be like a walk in the park for someone of Ryan Cropper's status. See, you guys are getting me all worked up again. I'm trying to read the tablets here. You guys are over here. Alright. Fair enough. Okay. Now it's on the whole yada yada yada. Ooh. You guys, we're about to learn the secret right now. Okay, so here's how we use balancing the poles to extend one's life. It says, "See ye not that in earth's heart is the balance of all things that exist and have being on its face. The source of thy spirit is drawn from earth's heart, for in thy form thou art one with the earth." This is, I'm going to read that again. That's pretty important. "See ye not that in earth's heart is the balance of all things that exist and have being on its face. The source of thy spirit is drawn from the earth's heart, for in thy form thou art one with the earth." In your form you are one with the earth. So how I interpret this is, being of the earth, we are natural. And if you look at the natural world, there is a balance of all things. There's always about nature strives for balance. If the deer population explodes, then wolves have more food, so then wolves explode, right? Because they have plenty of food to eat, so you can have larger populations of the predator. Well, you have more wolves, so you start eating more deer, and then the deer population dies out because there's too many wolves. Well, now the wolves don't have food anymore, so the wolves starve to death, right? And nature does that on every level, right? As above, so below. On every level, nature is trying to find balance, it's trying to find harmony, it's trying to smooth out the edges of things and bring things back to a happy, flowing, harmonious kind of middle ground. And since we are of the earth, we share in that spirit. We are nature, you guys. As much as people want to say the things that we do are unnatural because we fly, even though we don't have wings, is an inability to be creative and think outside the box, because we come from planet Earth, therefore we are natural beings, and the things that we do, for the most part, tend to be natural, including things that are destructive. To say just because humans clear entire forests or go to war with each other means that we're unnatural is to not study plants. I mean, ants go to war over territory all the fucking time. I was just watching a thing on Nat Geo the other day where ants are just ripping each other's heads off going to war, and they're clearing the jungle, to make room for their home. Yeah, they're tiny, so they're not going to influence the whole jungle, but we are doing things that animals have been doing on planet Earth probably since the beginning of time. We are of the earth, therefore we must follow the earth's rules. The earth is balanced, therefore we must be balanced. We must be balanced in our poles, and it's saying here in this tablet that death is an imbalance of poles. It says, again, know that the secret of life in a Menti is the secret of restoring the balance of poles. All that exists has form and is living because of the spirit of life in its poles. And then it continues. When thou hast learned to hold thine own balance, then thou shalt draw on the balance of the earth. Exist then shall thou while earth is existing, changing in form only when earth does, tasting not of death but one with this planet, holding thy form till all pass away. List ye, O men, while I give the secret, so that ye too shall taste not of change. 1 hour each day shall thou lie with thine head pointed to the place of the positive pole. 1 hour each day shall thy head be pointed to the place of the negative pole. Whilst thy head is placed to the northward, hold thou thy consciousness from the chest to the head. And when thy head is placed southward, hold thou thy thought form from chest to feet. Hold thou in balance once in each 7. And thy balance will retain the whole of its strength. This tablet might take forever to get through because it's pretty dense. So basically what he's describing, and there's you guys should all Google it right now because I've seen it before. Just Google Thoth, Emerald Tablet, Secret to Eternal Life, meditating, and it'll bring up a really simple version of this where it's not so riddled with riddles. But what I didn't actually notice before is this sentence where it says, hold thou in balance once in each 7. 7 being the chakras, right? So the balance of life seems to be in balancing the chakras. Homeostasis, beautiful word. Yeah, homeostasis, exactly, homeostasis. Plain and simple. Anywho, Aye, if thy be old, thy body will freshen, and thy strength will become as a youth's. This is a secret known to the masters, by which they hold off the fingers of death. Neglect not to follow the path I have shown, for when thou hast passed beyond years to 100, to neglect it will mean the coming of death. So what he's saying is meditate an hour each day to the 4 cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, and in each direction you focus on a different part of your body. Hold thou in balance once in each 7. You're balancing the chakras while aligning yourself to the 4 cardinal points of the planet. Now, just how exactly you're supposed to hold thou in balance each of the 7 is itself slightly enigmatic and up to debate. Like, I'm curious what you guys think. What do you think it means by hold thy in balance once in each 7? Because I know some meditations focus on spinning the wheel in one direction and spinning the chakra wheel in the other direction and focusing on clear light, purifying it. You know, there's so many variations of what one could consider balancing the chakras. But it seems we've been doing it all wrong, because we're not just supposed to balance these chakras, we're supposed to meditate an hour a day in the 4 cardinal directions. Holding balance with the state of the seasons. Sorry, Ryan Cropper's out here just revving his engine up still. He's just not having it. By the way, can you guys do me a favor? There's 27 of you in the room. Could you each like this video for me? Because when the likes explode all at once, it triggers an algorithm for YouTube. They're gonna be like, whoa, a whole bunch of people just like this video. Then they broadcast the live stream to maybe their feature page. Probably not their feature page, but somewhere close, you know what I mean? So thank you guys for hitting the like button. I really do appreciate that. I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments on what you think the homeostasis 7 is also the number for God indeed. There you go. It's interesting too when notice small things like how our culture is right hand dominated. Very interesting. What's up, you guys? Hello, hello. There's some new folks in here. I feel like culture is patriarchal still. Right side is masculine. Point exactly. Girl means holding the balance with the state of the seasons. So perfect society is one that is ambidextrous. I like it. I'm down for that. Maybe balancing the 7 hermetic principles. Are they linked to the chakras in a specific way? So Lobby Studio, that's a damn good question. I actually haven't thought about that before. Holy shit. I think it might be. Because the first one is the law of mentalism, which is all is mental, spirit, right? So that's the crown chakra, it's the spirit chakra, basically. And the last is the law of gender, which says everything that exists containing both masculine and feminine properties, which is like man and woman. That's at the bottom of the... Well, I guess that would be the sacral chakra, though, huh? Not the root chakra. So maybe not. I'm not sure, though, but I think you're onto something. No, an hour in each direction, too sweet. An hour in each direction. So 4 hours of meditating a day, basically, to achieve eternal life. Which I feel is not a bad trade-off. This culture is secretly controlled by the left hand. They use the right hand at face value, light side, hypocrisy word. self-elevation, I actually feel you there on some level. My perception of how society operates today is it's dominated by masculine, almost an unhealthy masculine, but the majority of the citizens, to me, seem to be dominated by an unhealthy feminine, and that most people only receive impulses but don't actually generate their own. They take orders, but they don't give orders. They are followers, which isn't a bad thing, right? There's nothing bad about following something or receiving an impulse. That's how creativity works. Your feminine's very creative. There's nothing bad with leading or being firm or being very single-minded like the masculine, right? So what makes the masculine so beautiful. But in my opinion, most of the people that I come across seem to be followers, seem to be people who are consuming culture instead of creating it, being led instead of leading. So there's definitely, but to be fair, I know we're getting on a tangent. That's a different discussion. We'll talk about that another time. So, Uvesius, I like... Damn, you guys are talking about some heavy-ass shit in the comments right now. Lennon! Everyone say hello to Lennon Saldana. He is new. Welcome to the squad, Lennon. Masculine is the perverted left-hand path magic they use. Separate the masculine from the feminine, and everybody's soft and confused. Dig, I hear you too, brothers. If anything, there does seem to be some serious manipulation going on, though. We can definitely all agree on that, and we can also hopefully agree on the fact that we're all in this together, men and women, and we're actually allies and not enemies. But, yeah. You're a fairy? Oh, you're fairly. Okay. We're continuing, y'all. Okay. Where are we? Meditating 4 hours in every direction. Focus on the 7 points, which I'm guessing, my guess closest to that would be the chakras. Okay. Hear ye my words and follow the pathway. Keep thou thy balance and live on in life. Hear ye, O man, and list to my voice. List to the wisdom that gives thee of death. When at the end of thy work appointed thou may desire to pass from this life, pass to the plane where the sons of the morning live, and have being as children of light. Pass without pain and pass without sorrow into the plane where is eternal light. I had a theory at one point where I thought Thoth was Lucifer, because they're both referred to as son of the morning and children of the light, which is kind of creepy. Anywho, and right here you got to go to the plane where the sons of the morning exist. Spooky conspiracy theories. Anywho, first, lie at rest with thine head to the eastward. Fold thy hands at the source of thy life. Solar plexus. It's continuing to tell you how to meditate to last forever. Place thou thy consciousness in the life seat. Whirl it and divide to north and south. I'm thinking they're talking about the chakras, you guys, because they're talking about rolling, spinning. That's definitely uh, a um, a concept of how chakras work as spinning vortices. Not to mention there's 7 of them, as many chakras as you have. So, send thou the one out toward the northward, send thou the other out to the south. Relax thou their hold upon thy being. Forth from thy form will thy silver spark fly, upward and onward to the sun of the morning, blending with light at one with its source. It's been a while since I've read this, and I'm just low-key getting my mind blown over here. Just low-key getting my mind blown. But we are all from the all. We're in this thing together. I feel like saving, becoming unhealthy. Y'all are too funny. So here's a perfect example of one of the dogmatic spiritual topics at this point in time is this talk of toxic masculinity and divine feminine, right? You only 9 times out of 10 I'm hearing toxic masculinity and I'm hearing divine feminine. Here's what you guys gotta do. Here's where you're going wrong. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity, and there's no such thing as divine feminine. Well, there is and there isn't, right? There are only masculine and feminine, and there are only certain times when one should be used, and that's it. The qualities of the masculine aren't good and they're not bad. They're just qualities of masculine. Like, if you wrote out masculine, the top 5 traits, it'd be top 5 traits, and they'd be wonderful traits. And if you wrote out top 5 traits of the feminine, you'd 1 through 5, and they wouldn't be good or bad. They would just be traits of feminine. Like I have this flower right here, right? I have this nice lovely flower. It smells great. It smells amazing, actually. But would I wear it as a cologne? No, it's ridiculous. I wouldn't wear it as a cologne. I don't want to smell like a pretty flower. I like muskier smells, like cedar and oak, right? That's the kind of shit that I like. So if I were to wear flower, it wouldn't be bad, but it would just be unnecessary for the situation. And that's how we should see masculinity and femininity. Is not toxic masculine, because it's fucked up to just have a whole generation of children like myself be raised hearing toxic masculinity for a whole decade. And here I'm thinking like, oh my God, can I not be assertive? Can I not be ambitious? Can I not be driven? Can I not be super focused? Can I not portray these masculine traits because they're all considered toxic? Like, it's not the dialogue a hermetic would be having. The dialogue a hermetic would be having is, you have 2 poles of the spectrum, and energy is going to flow back and forth between them, and you cannot stop that flow. But what you can do is rise above that flow. Right? So you're not negating the law, you're just rising above it. And that's how we pull ourselves out of this mess of overcorrecting to the feminine, or being too masculine, or being masculine in every single situation, which is what people are calling toxic masculinity. is they're saying people are being overly masculine, and that's not toxic. That's just saying you don't know how to fucking use your masculine, or you don't know how to use your feminine, and that's something you have to teach people. That's not inherent. Men tend to be more masculine because we're dominated by testosterone, which is a very masculine hormone. Women tend to be feminine because they're dominated by estrogen, which is a very feminine hormone. But not all men are masculine, not all women are feminine. Like all things, all creation has a blend of feminine and masculine, and the combination of the two is what creates healthy things. And that's the conversation that we need to be having, is when and where do I use my masculine? When and where do I use the feminine? When do I step back and become receptive? When do I step forward and become assertive? And you know, that whole thing, that's a more useful conversation, in other words, than toxic masculinity. And the reason why I don't like, why I criticized divine feminine, is because to say divine feminine is to imply, again, that there is a toxic feminine. And the same thing applies to feminine. I don't believe there's a toxic feminine. I think there's when to be feminine and when not to be feminine. Again, according to the Hermetics, when you introduce something into the world, a thought, a thing, an idea, you automatically introduce its opposite. So if you don't want to have toxic femininity, you got to be careful on how high you raise the scale on the other side, because nature's going to want to balance itself. And if you raise the bar real high on this side, when it swings back to the other side, it's going to go just as fucking high, which is why you just brought up femininity is overcorrecting itself and crashing like a car. That's actually a perfect example, right? You swung too far on this side and you try to overcompensate, and you end up flying off the road on the other side because you compensated to match the original churn, which this world is fucking amazing. This is why I love the Hermetic philosophy so much, is because it gets rid of dogmas. It gets rid of spirituality. It gets rid of, you know, all the political correctness and the jargon. It gets rid of the unnecessaries, and it just focuses on what matters, on what's real, what's useful. You guys want to continue? I know you've been leaving a lot of comments in the comment section, and I haven't read any of them because they've all been like 5 lines long. I'll try to catch up on your guys's. Give me a second. I'm going to open YouTube on here instead of on my phone so that it's easier for me to read. What up? Oh, John Tango. What's up, man? Hold on, I'm catching up on you guys' comments right now. Self-winding wheel of law and the circulation of light is Taoist Qigong. What up, Qigong in the house? Makes sense. I heard Thoth was a fallen angel. Not, but I hadn't heard Lucifer. What impression do y'all get? Clueless knowledge is why I feel most. Divine feminine wouldn't be healthy on its own. Fallen angel seems almost more like starseed. Well, fallen angel and starseed could be the same exact thing. Like, if they came from the stars, you know. It also depends on who wrote the story. You know, that if, because the term fallen angel comes from the Hebrew Bible. No, it doesn't. It comes from Sumeria. No, fallen angel comes from the Hebrew Bible, right? Well, the God of the Hebrew Bible was kind of a gangster. Like, homeboy killed a lot of people. So what I'm getting at is maybe the God of the Bible didn't like they were like of a different faction. So maybe they were going to war with these guys. So of course, the person you're going to war against is the bad guy, labeled as a fallen angel or demonic spirit. Whereas, who knows? Maybe they were the good. I don't know. I'm just speculating. You guys. We can't really know, right? Shargeen, thank you. Trying to keep up on my you guys' comments. We have good topics. We got good discussions going tonight, you guys. To me, divine means 0-point field of masculine or feminine. Divine. So divine would be the blend of the two then, which would be oneness, I think. Gym job will be taken. It's not so exciting. Ooh, double R. You got your gym jobs? How about this? I've been meaning to take mine too. We can take them at the same time. What do I do with mine? All right, we're gonna do the old dream drop at the same time. I suggest not to mix the dream drops that you get from me, you guys. Don't dilute them because it doesn't work as well, I found. I understand that it tastes like absolute dog shit, but it works. So you just gotta wear it. You just gotta push on through. You know what I mean? Oh. Salabi asks, how could I raise my son to be a healthy man if I had a perspective of toxic masculine? He already lives in a house with his mom and sister. Healthy man? You're asking me how to raise your son to be a healthy man? My son's only a couple weeks old. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know if I can give you in theory my answer, but again, I don't want to be so what I'm looking for. Not arrogant, but to say that I know how to raise someone else's son. All I can say though is what I've been saying, is how to learn how to balance the two. What's been helpful to me as a man is understanding that feminine does not equate to woman, and that masculine does not equate to man. Again, feminine and masculine are just two different qualities of energy with their own characteristics. Man and woman, as in the sex organs, is just a physical manifestation of that principle, right? Because every plane operates under the same laws. That's why we have the law of correspondence, because as above, so below. I'm going to say this over and over again and drill it into you guys. So the law of gender operates in the mind, and we see it in the brain, right brain, left brain, but it also solidifies in the physical world as man and woman, vagina and penis, or the stigma of a flower and the anthers of a flower, right? That's the flower's sex organs. You find both gender in the flower. Again, the masculine puts out an impulse, the feminine receives an impulse. In flowers, the pollen is the masculine side that's ejected from the flower, right? It pushes out into existence, lands on the anther, which is the feminine part of the flower, and then it pollinates the flower, right? That part receives it, that's the feminine side, the reception, and then combining the two, the seed and the receptor, forms a seed. And from that seed, if the blending of masculine and feminine, pollen and anther, was done right, then you'll have a beautiful new flower that comes out the other end. So what was helpful to me was getting out of this notion that feminine means something that is woman and that masculine means something that is man, because I got pollen all over my desk. Because there seems to be this, like, that's why I don't like the topic, because everyone's like, oh, toxic masculinity. They're just like, it's just another way to say we hate men. Because men are this and men are that. And that's not the case. Like, it's not the case at all. That's not a helpful conversation. It's not a useful conversation. It just makes people bitter. It doesn't make men want to be better. It makes men question themselves, question their masculinity. And then they think, oh, should I be more feminine? Should I be more like a woman? Is that what I got to do? I have to like, what does that even mean? How you know what I mean? It's just a very confusing, wishy-washy, not very definitive way of explaining the world. So that's what I would say. To help raise your son, just be like, hey son, there's different qualities, masculine and feminine, and if you want to make beautiful creations, you got to learn how to blend the two together. You got to know when to push forward. You got to know when to retreat. And then wish him luck, because I'm still trying to figure that shit out myself. Particular book or blog on astral travel. I desperately want to go out of body, chat, or I'm right there with you. Instead of rising above it, you're incorporating both equally. You're welcome, Jill. Glad I could help. Still catching up with you guys' comments. Give me a second. Junior, yo. Old Testament, I believe. Damn, I'm still catching up with you guys' Lucifer comments. That was like 10 minutes ago. Mademoiselle Asphodel. Bonsoir, mademoiselle. Really dig Gnostic stuff. I haven't gotten too deep into the Gnostics, but the Gnostics basically is Hermetics, right? It's all the same shit. Hermetics is old, you guys. Hermetics is not like, it's not new. It's debatably the oldest thing I've come across. Isn't to leave your body, but to go deep inside. Jill, I like where your head's at. I'm gonna try that. Get my pipe with y'all, Jill. Ooh, Jill, that's funny you talk about that, because that's how I explain it in my book. Is yeah, the electromagnetic field is a beautiful way of depicting visually masculine and feminine. You know how you see the electromagnetic field out of people's bodies or the earth? How it ejects, the electrons eject out of the north end of the pole and then wrap around back into the south end. They're received, right? That's masculine projects, and then the feminine receives. And it's like, it's all the same energy, right? The electrons are all fucking going the same exact place over and over again. It's just where they're coming out at any point in time. Where are they existing, you know? Potpourri? I've never had potpourri. Yes, I have a book. I know I don't advertise it as much as I should, but I really should advertise it more. Let me see if I can find it. It's great. So my book is called 7 Pillars, a Handbook for Existence. And it's based, everything I'm telling you guys, pretty much ever, I'm getting it from my studies on the Hermetic philosophy, which are 7 laws that govern existence, as described in the Emerald Tablets. And I took those seven principles, defined them as they have always been defined, and then I just used modern principles to verify them, like psychology and quantum physics and why am I drawing a blank on the other sciences? All the fucking sciences, chemistry, ecology, geography, and fucking, what's the one of the study of the rocks? Why am I drawing a blank? Those are my favorite ones. Study of rocks. Anywho, you guys know what I'm saying. But here's the link, you guys. Just gotta. Cancel. Embedded. Tablets. Geology. I was like, it's geo something. Some bitch, I'm like nuts. Poopery. 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 It's an interesting word, poopery. Smear campaign. Yeah, Jill. Said like a true hermetic. The Venus retrograde is... I mean, everything will fuck you up, you guys, if you don't know how to handle it. Good things fuck people up all the time. Like, it's all about leverage, right? It's all about leverage. Oh man, we could talk about this for days, you guys. There's so many cool things going on. So many ways of manipulating reality. Like, all right. Shall we continue? Shall we continue with the... I gotta balance. Balance is key. Balance is key. Balance is key, and understanding, oh fuck, I have no more USB holes. I'm all tapped out, son of a bitch. Well, that's not good. Oh no, I don't need this one anymore. Just kidding. Alright, you guys, bear with me. Life is absolutely a game. A very real one. Or a very persistent one, at least. Damn, my sister just cranked up. Come on, Havs, turn that shit down. Spirit ghost. Creepy horned creature. Level 40. Nice. I'm about to hit level 31. Okay, we're gonna continue with these things. We're almost done, you guys. We have like 2 chapters left, and I just saw the word avatar at quick glance, which means it's gonna get good. Okay. Where we at? There. Blah, blah, yada yada yada. No yeah, man. Okay. So we just got done describing how you have to lay in the 4 cardinal directions to meditate, focus on what I believe are the chakras. Balancing the chakras. That's how we got in this wild ass balancing fucking tangent. Balance the chakras by meditating with the 4 cardinal points. And then it says, know ye, O men, that thus pass the great souls, changing at will from life unto life. Thus ever passes the avatar, willing his death as he wills his own life. List ye, O man, drink of my wisdom. Learn ye the secret that is master of time. Learn ye how those ye call masters are able to remember the lives of the past. Great is the secret, yet easy to master, giving to thee the mastery of time. When upon thee death fast approaches, fear not, but know ye are master of death. Relax thy body, resist not with tension. Place in thy heart the flame of thy soul. Swiftly, swiftly, sweep it to the seat of the triangle. If I can riddle me timbers, I have no idea what he's talking about. Sweep then it to the seat of the triangle. Relax thy body, resist not with tension. Place in thy heart the flame of thy soul. Swiftly then sweep it to the seat of the triangle. Thanks, Toph. Thanks for that one. Got it right on it. Thanks for having this most ridiculous riddle for the when you're about to die section of the book. Hold for a moment, then move to the goal. This, thy goal, is the place between thine eyebrows, the place where the memory of life must hold sway. Hold thou thy flame here and thy brain seat until the fingers of death grasp thy soul. Holy shit, you guys. You guys, we just learned how to take your memories with you to the next life without riddles. This is all stuff you do at death. Yes, that's exactly what it's doing too, sweet. Literally exactly what it's saying to do. Why did I not I've read this so many times and I haven't. Okay, so it says, great is the secret, yet easy to master. I'm going backwards. Given to thee the mastery of time. Learn ye how those ye call masters are able to remember the lives of the past. I'm reading it again, old and miserable. Gotcha. Great is the secret, yet easy to master, giving to thee the mastery of time when upon thee death fast approaches. Fear not, but know ye are masters of death. Pay attention. Relax thy body and resist not with tension. Place in thine heart the flame of thy soul. Swiftly then sweep it to the seat of the triangle. Hold for a moment, then move to the goal. This, thy goal, is the place between thine eyebrows, the place where the memory of life must hold sway. Hold thou thy flame here in thy brain seat until the fingers of death grasp thy soul. Then, as thou pass through the state of transition, surely the memories of life shall pass too. Then shall the past be as one with the present. Then shall the memory of all be retained. Free shalt thou be from all retrogression. The things of the past shall live in today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keith Garcia. You're a man of letters. Thank you. Oh, please, no, you're too kind. Please, no, no. Please, ma'am, no flash photography. Appreciate that. I'll be here all week. Thanks, guys. Thanks, appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video. See you in the next video. Thanks for stopping by. Every Sunday, weekly uploads every Sunday. Check it out. Check out my Insta, Twitter, Snapchat, MySpace. I got my MySpace. You got that MySpace? Hit me up on MySpace, ManofLettersOfficial, Keith Garcia. But, alright, I'm done. I'm done. Done being ridiculous. But no, guys, that was actually super cool. The only thing that sucks about that is that the only way to figure out if it works is you gotta die. So, I mean, I'm not sure if we can really verify whether that's true or not. But you best believe your butt cheeks that I will be doing that. Hopefully, if I see death coming. And that's it. That's actually the end of the chapter. triangle comes to a point of balance, right? That is magnetic. There is electric. Which the middle point of the two and ascend upward makes a triangle. Ooh, interesante. Although a triangle represents many things, third eye. Yeah, a triangle does represent a whole hell of a lot of things. Yeah, chat or, that's basically what it was saying, taking memories into the next carnation. So here's one thing that I think I was able to put together. And let me explain why. Because I was having trouble trying to discern what he was meaning by hold thou thy flame here in the brain seat, and I think what it means by your flame, I think your flame is your consciousness. You know, because it says, hold for a moment, this thy goal is to place between thine eyebrows the place where the memory of life must hold sway. Hold thou thy flame here in the brain seat until the fingers of death grasp thy soul. So I'm thinking what it's saying is hold your consciousness, your awareness, right? Just try to conceptualize what that means to have your awareness coming through your forehead between your eyebrows instead of behind your eyeballs, but coming from here, until the fingers of death grasp thy soul. Still, what I don't understand, though, is what it means by swiftly then sweep it to the seat of the triangle. Whatever the hell that means. Yeah. Jill, well, I think what this is saying is verbatim. Like, we have it, which is pretty cool. Even science itself is playing with the idea that we have memory that's carried in our genetic makeup. Like emotions, for example, are imprinted, are written into our genetic code and passed to our offspring. So there are memories that they are like proving now that get passed along in our genetic information. But I think what this means is literally you're born and you're like, oh yeah, I was Keith Garcia and I lived in Santa Barbara, California, and I lived next to the bowl and I played music and my dad's name was this, my brother's name was that. Like actually having the memories and actually having the access to them. But so maybe that's what it does. Maybe it allows us to access the memories on the other side. Jill, I don't know. It's a good question. But how can we hold our consciousness if we're all part of the one consciousness, the all? Well, good question, Older Miserable. So Older Miserable asks, how can we hold our consciousness if we're all part of the one consciousness, the all? Our consciousness is... Oh, it's a tricky question. It's a tricky question. Okay, Older Miserable, to try to answer this question with as little words as possible, we're all given a consciousness upon existence. Everything in existence, period. Whether it's a fucking rock or a snail or a human. We all have our own versions of consciousness. And I don't know how they work exactly, right? I don't have that knowledge. I haven't tapped in that deep yet to know what happens after we die exactly. Is there an in-between space? Like, is it linear? Do we go back in time? Do we go forward in time? I don't know. But the consciousness that we have ourselves is close to our soul. It's close to our ego. It's that thing that gives us an individual identity so that we can perceive existence through the lens of ourselves, whatever that means. There are an infinite amount of lenses in the universe, all having an infinite amount of different experiences of the universe, but they're almost popping into existence and going out of existence. Into the light, into the dark, into the light, into the dark, into the light, into the dark. Remembering, forgetting, remembering, forgetting, remembering, forgetting. But this almost seems to be a way to stay in the light, so that when we pass through death, we die, but we are still alive, right? Because energy cannot be created or destroyed. It ever is as it is. It just changes form. So our consciousness, what makes us us, just goes to a different place, but we stay in the light during the travels, so we retain the information. That doesn't negate that there's oneness, because we're all acting out oneness, like a giant play, almost. A giant play that's being written from moment to moment, almost. But yeah. Saying what I fast forward as one of the same. In some philosophies, when we return to source, our individual experience is added to the collective. Yeah, I get that. Bum bum bum. Also, if you guys are on this path, Hermetic path, Emerald Tablet path, or even really any spiritual path, the notion of reincarnation is pretty much a staple of anything. So if you don't believe in reincarnation, then you're in the wrong place. Because this information is useless. Absolutely useless. Passed down. John Tango passed down hard drives in their DNA generation of experience. Fuck yeah. And lives and times past 1,000 years. Oops, somewhere. Not too deep, man. We go deep as hell in this bitch. Oh, chat or. Thanks. The like button is just right under the video feed. If you guys want to hit the like button, that would be awesome. Carnation, Jesus, we're all about that. They did make some major ass edits. The one to choose if we are reincarnated. Jennifer, that is a question. No, well, oh yeah, I don't know. If you guys are watching on your phone, it might be different. I don't know. I don't know how you guys are watching. I'm not sure, but thank you. Jennifer Pete, but aren't we the one to choose if we are reincarnated? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember what happened after I died the last time, so I can't answer that. At least I don't have access to that memory. I don't know. Some people believe that we choose our lives. But again, if you're introducing that we have choice, you're also introducing that we don't have a choice. So if you're implying that some people have choices, then some people must also not have choices. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I would like to know. Which again is why I get so frustrated by the YouTubers that saying they can teach me how to astral project in 3 days by this simple 15-minute meditation, because if I could astral project, I would find that out for you tonight, and I would tell you guys tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on the dot. I'd be like, you guys, I checked it out. Here's what's happening. You don't believe me? I'm going to come kick it with you tonight when you're sleeping. Hey, by the way, you have a Lord of the Rings book on top of your desk. And they're going to be like, oh my god, you're right, I so totally have a Lord of the Rings book on top of my deck. Like, guys, this is amazing. Like, that's what I would be fucking doing for y'all, because I'm trying to drop knowledge. And I'm trying to learn it myself. Oh, damn, Lizzie, you would come in here, Lizzie, and talk about some fucking crazy-ass shit. The moon is not a spacecraft, Lizzie. The moon is not a spacecraft, and the world is not a sphere. The world is actually a giant octagon. It's a giant octagon. That's what planet Earth is. A giant octagon with a whole bunch of octagonal sides, like a big old beehive. Transference. Yeah, older miserable, that's a good way to put it. Greetings, Vicky. You guys and your crazy theories. You kids these days. Damn, my candles are leaking all over the place. Did I not check this? What the hell? You know, the old squad. Yeah, we got an average age of like 40 in this room. That's just how we roll. Just the wisdom keepers of the planet. Could this life be a mere traffic stop? It's one hell of a traffic stop. Jesus Christ. Computer's going nuts right now. Well, shit, y'all. That pretty much concludes the Emerald Tablets. Ooh, it's still early too. Nice. I can't even see what. Babadook. No secession. Oh, Jennifer. Yeah, actually, I googled a bunch of recipes for it, and I even looked up a couple of really cool perfume holders on Etsy. Like really cool glass, like some official ass, gangster ass glass perfume holders on Etsy. And I'm pretty much stocked up for a perfume run. I've got cedar, I've got lavender, I've got rosemary, I've got... What else do I have? Is that all I have? I have pine. I have hummingbird sage, which smells really nice. It's like almost like candy. Like, it smells like Starburst. Sap citrus. I might do, actually. I'm gonna cook up a recipe for you guys pretty soon. Not all computers, just keyth. Yes, you guys, my computer is controlled by La Luna. And now all of your base are belong to us. Aye. You guys liking the Lord of the Rings music? And it's Hobbit, specifically. Good call, Slavi. It's Hobbit music. Peace, John. I'm not sure if that means you're taking off. Everyone say peace out to John Tango. John Tango is actually one of my dad's good friends from a long time ago. I've known him since I was like fucking... as long as I can remember. Billy Boyd. Billy Boyd. Oh, wow, you guys want to hear some? Alright, we'll put on some Billy Boyd. I had a past regression, not hypnosis, but reading done by this psychic institute down in LA. I think it was in like in Santa Monica, and one of my past lives was I was a spice trader. I was a spice trader, and I had a boat. I would go around from culture to culture, trading spices. And she was saying that she was saying you had no ties, you had no family, you had no nothing. Your only happiness was getting spices from foods from different cultures and sharing them around the world. And I would sail from port to port, and I would just find a crew at each port to man the ship, and I was a spice trader. How fucking dope is that? I'm super down to be a spice trader. It sounds perfect. It's how small podcast. Yeah, share your old. Yeah, you guys, if you want to share your things in my channel, by all means, share whatever. If you have Etsy pages, if you have fucking YouTube channels, if you have podcasts, by all means, feel free to share that. Definitely would like to help everything out. Yeah, Jennifer, it's crazy expensive to buy certain good things. Spice Trader, what up? That's cool, Jill. I'm reading your guys' comments again. Y'all a bunch of gypsies. That's why you're all on this channel. Just like attracts like. Sounds like we're just a bunch of herbalists, vagabonds on this channel. ManofLetters, welcome home. That's why I called my last YouTube channel Welcome Home, because you know what I mean? And cue the Shire theme song. Come on. Alchemists. There you go. We're all alchemists. That's what I meant to say. Damn, Jill, that's an interesting past life you got there. I'm an herbalist in a certain kind of... He's an herbalist. A meet and greet? Can't do meet and greets. Aren't those for like channels with 100,000 subscribers? Maybe like 2 people that show up to the meet and greet, and this may be like my dad and my brother hosting a ManofLetters meet and greet featuring the fam, featuring Pops. Yeah, everyone share your things, share your art shops, and share your whatever. Share your lives. Share your lives. Soka? Night times for chilling during the week, though, you know? Daytimes for reggae. Mornings are for intellectual podcasts. Night times are for fantasy music. Lord of the Rings and shit. What do you want from me? That's hilarious. Damn, Jill, now you're onto something. I like that idea a lot. I like that idea a lot, actually. I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna make that happen. Kitchen, health, and cooking. That's a nice kitchen setup, Slavi. Simple, I like it. Gets deep and dark at times, I'll try to be positive. Thanks for sharing that link out there, Old and Miserable. Ooh, at a festival? Do a meet and greet at the festival? As long as I can bring my child to this festival. I think I want to do creative outlet. It'd be cool to have a podcast or something. Jake the Snake, yeah, launch that shit. No. Oh, Misty Mind. You guys know they're coming out with a Lord of the Rings on series on Amazon? How stoked are you guys on that? 666 plays. Well played. Well played, Older Miserable. An herbal art fair with camping. An herbal art fair with camping. Damn, it sounds like this little thing might have to happen, y'all. Let's keep that. You guys don't let that one slip away. You guys gotta hold that meet and greet, herbalist fair trade, merrymaking thought in mind, and don't let it slip. Cool, you guys. I'm taking out. Bring oregano. We got all the oregano. Okay. Thanks for stopping in. It was a fun one tonight. Sometime this week I'll hop on the next one, which is Atlantis. That one's long. That one's real long. Yeah, but we're almost done. But yeah. Peace out. Oh, thanks for hanging in. I appreciate it. You guys could be anywhere on this weird ass Monday night. Ooh, Game of Thrones. I need to catch up on that too. You guys could be anywhere, like watching Game of Thrones, but you chose to be here at Man of Letters, and I appreciate the hell out of that. So speaking of magical ass wizard shit. Okay. Oh shit. Good night, you wild ass people.